Hello and welcome back to Simply Biology. In today's video we're going to be looking at pregnancy. We're going to be looking at the post and the pre-conceptual care offered to women during pregnancy or before. We're going to be looking at dietary advice offered, and we're also going to be looking at the harmful effects of smoking and alcohol on the development of the fetus. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, pre-conceptual care is care that is given before conception. This involves both parents to give up smoking, give up alcohol, because as we'll find out in shortly, both smoking, the harmful carcinogens including carbon monoxide and nicotine, and alcohol in ethanol can all have harmful effects upon the development fetus. It's also important that the woman is screened for rubella, which are German measles, because this can cause deafness and brain damage. Post-conceptual care is also known as maternal care and is given after conception. This involves dietary advice. We'll focus more on this shortly. Avoid harmful infections, including toxoplasmosis, which can be found from unpasteurized milk and raw meat. They test for urine, for glucose and proteins. If glucose is found, this may indicate gestational diabetes, and if protein is present, this may indicate kidney disease, kidney failure. It's also important for blood tests and to determine the rhesus factor, whether the woman is rhesus positive or rhesus negative, and also the blood type in case a blood transfusion is required during childbirth. And finally, it's also important to monitor blood pressure to ensure the woman does not develop any harmful conditions, including preeclampsia. Now we're going to move on to dietary advice. So, the woman has to increase her intake of protein because protein is required for the development of the placenta, the fetus, and the synthesis of hemoglobin, antibodies, and enzymes. Calcium is required for strong teeth and bones and the efficient function of the nervous system. However, the woman does not have to significantly increase her intake of calcium. Iron is important for the synthesis of hemoglobin. Vitamin A is important for rhodopsin, which is a pigment in the rod cells of the eye, and other functions of vitamin A include gene transcription and the immune system. Vitamin C is important for collagen, and collagen is important for blood vessels, bones, skin, tendons. And finally, folic acid is important in cell division, red blood cell production, and DNA synthesis. This is also known as vitamin B9, and it is vitally important because with a lack can lead to brain damage and dangerous conditions such as spine abnormalities, such as spina bifida. We're now going to look at the effects of alcohol and smoking on the development fetus. Alcohol during pregnancy can lead to what's known as fetal alcohol syndrome. Fetal alcohol syndrome can be categorized by damage to the central nervous system, the CNS, distinctive facial features, and learning and language difficulties. Smoking can cause stillbirth, premature birth, and poorly developed lungs. Now, we're going to look at the effects of carbon monoxide and the effects of nicotine. Carbon monoxide can bind easily to hemoglobin, which restricts the volume of oxygen flowing across the placenta to the developing fetus, therefore starving the fetus of oxygen. Nicotine is a chemical also found in cigarette smoke, and this is a stimulant, and this stimulates the hormone adrenaline, which causes the heart to beat faster. It also narrows the blood vessels of the major arteries, and therefore it also restricts the blood flow to the placenta in the developing fetus. This therefore can be very dangerous and can lead to the increased likelihood of death to the fetus through a stillbirth or a premature birth with poorly developed lungs. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you now understand the dangers of alcohol and smoking while pregnant. Also understand the diet necessary during pregnancy and the roles of each of the nutrients that can help the growing baby develop. Thank you and goodbye.